60 of our staff are on study leave for further studies. Similarly, some staff have, after passing the appropriate conversion procedures, been upgraded and converted from one cadre to another. The local government administration has been complementary in our shared prosperity agenda, and they have continued to serve the basic needs of the people in the grassroots. The Local Government Service Commission has also been housed in a new office complex within the Secretariat. This will enhance productivity and service delivery of the staff. Investments promotion. One of the major objectives of this administration is employment generation and wealth creation. And without doubt, the major driver of employment and wealth is the private sector investment, especially direct investment in agriculture and industrial sector. As a state, we are very aggressive in our efforts to mobilize both foreign and domestic investors to our state. I'm happy to report that Ekiti was adjudged the 6th state in foreign direct investment in the first quarter report by MBS. We have also been adjudged the most fiscally transparent state by budget. Ekiti State has been audacious in its aspiration, and we are pleased to announce that our efforts have not gone unnoticed. We were in 2023 ranked number 1 in the Ease of Doing Business by Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PBEC, in its National Ease of Doing Business report, and we have done well subsequently after. All the consensual enterprises, such as secondary farms, Ikogo's One Springs and Resorts, Iribon Bricks Limited, Fountain Holdings, among others, are doing well. Within the last year, we have concessioned the asphalt plant and the Omo truck shop. We have also set up a residency card office to digitize Ekiti for efficient delivery of social services. To further position our people for credit financing opportunity, export processing competence, and create jobs, we have partnered with both private institutions and federal government to secure the necessary assistance. For example, we were able to cumulatively secure credits from Access Bank, Omiye Microfinance Bank, and Bosak Microfinance Bank to raise credit in excess of $2 billion for over 3,000 beneficiaries in the informal sector. Similarly, we have provided trade tech certification training to 250 artisans, just as we have trained over 600 youths and women under different empowerment training programs, such as Ekiti State Government Interweave Financial Literacy Training, Export Readiness Training with Nigeria Export Promotion Council on Ease of Doing Business, and the facilitation of MSME ICT training on in-demand IT scale. All those being trained under these schemes will hopefully be assisted to secure employment in the relevant industries. In addition, the federal government is currently working in partnership with the government to establish a fashion and garments hub, just as we have established the Ashoke Skill Acquisition Hub, in addition to the Adre Fabric Skills Center being championed by the Office of the Wife of Governor. We will continue to explore all available opportunities to create jobs, promote investment, and offer credit financing assistance to our small businesses. Currently, our agricultural processing zone is home to some big players in agro-value chain that are already generating hundreds of employment. For example, the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, in partnership with YSJ Limited, under a public-private partnership arrangement, is setting up a soya oil botany, rice, and shea butter processing facility in Ikere, Ekiti. We have also carried out massive renovation of agricultural market and moved traders to the market. The market is already serving as a major farm produce and foodstuff hub, while also relieving the city center of the road trading chaos of the past. I am also glad to report that as part of the outcome of our relentless investment drive toward industrialization, we were able to secure $1 million funding that is targeted at strengthening agricultural cooperatives and industrialization. Under these programs, 10 cooperative groups engaging in rice and cassava production and processing have accessed the first tranche of this fund. In addition, the Ministry of Trade, Investment, Industry and Cooperative facilitated the disbursement of the sum of $1.1 billion at 50,000 each to 23,000 MSME, while another 1.1 billion was secured under EK Care's Resource Area 3 programs disbursement. Under this, 607 persons were given operational grants, while 2,171 persons were given credit grants to support their businesses. Furthermore, the state, in partnership with the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas, launched the Lueye Mass Transit Company with 15 jet mover CNG-powered buses in its fleet. This is part of our shared prosperity strategy to make traveling cheaper for our people. We hope to deploy these vehicles as soon as practicable. Ekiti economy. The economy of Ekiti State continues to hold an exciting promise in rural ramification. A quick summary of Ekiti GDP performance from the recently released NBS report indicates that overall, the state GDP moved from 2.4 trillion in 2019 to 4.6 trillion in 2023. That is a growth of 90%. This has moved Ekiti from the 33rd largest state to 28th since APC was given the mandate to govern the state. Similarly, our contribution of the national GDP grew from 1.3% to 1.6%. Apparently, our economy is largely driven by trade, which contributed 1.7 trillion, which is 37%, agri, which contributed 1.5 trillion, 23%. Both sectors contribute 60% to the state economy. And there's a table at the back that looks at the size of our budget from 2022 to 2026. In 2022, our budget size was 122 billion. In 2023, it was 159 billion. In 2024, it was 372 billion. And in 2025, supplementary that we've submitted is 398.32 billion, where we have also proposed 415.57 billion in 2026. That shows that our economy is expanding, and it can only get better. I'm so proud of this movement. It is for these reasons that we have intentionally given more attention to trade, investment, and agriculture, since we have proved to be areas of our comparative advantage. Another sector that is receiving the attention of our government is the knowledge economy, which holds the key to the economy of the future. Already we have secured an 80 million funding from AFDB to support our vision for the Ekiti Knowledge Zone. Construction works will commence at the zone once all ongoing procurement processes are concluded. Meanwhile, it gives me a great joy to announce here today that we have received the federal government approval to commence commercial flight operations at the airport. With the Agro-Allied International Cargo Airport now certified to commence operation, a new frontier of economic activities around aviation services is bound to flourish. We are hopeful, too, that the telecom sector, which already accounts for 600 billion, 12% of our GDP, will see an improvement once EKZ is fully operational, while real estate, which contributes 450 billion, 10% of GDP, will also grow significantly with the ongoing digitization of land administration and ease of doing business reforms, which will smoothen access to land, spur more construction and real estate activities in the state. Currently, a massive estate development project tagged Ado Ekiti Newtown in partnership with Fort Realtor and Energy International is ongoing, and very soon the Federal Housing Authority will start the construction of the Renew Hope estate of about 200 unit houses along Ado-Iworoko Road. The Ojaja Estate and Parks is another massive addition into the real estate sector of the state. The totality of this will greatly impact the economy of Ekiti for good. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, I'm pleased to inform you that due to a lot of innovative ideas, administrative autonomy, and strategies that we adopted, the monthly IGR of the state has seen a significant upward improvement. When we assumed office in 2022, the average internally generated revenue of the state hovered around 650 million per month to 700 million monthly, totaling 16.7 billion in 2022. By the end of 2023, it has surged to 32 billion. The trend continued in 2024 with a reconciled figure of 35 billion. As at the last reconciliation in August, we have already attained 34.9 billion, with all indications that we will near the 50 billion mark at the end of the year, as we currently do over 2.3, 2.5 billion monthly. All of these are possible because of the impact of the institutional reorganization, digital transformation of tax administration, expansion of the tax net, and improved business environment, and the autonomy of Ekiti State Internal Revenue Service. Mr. Speaker, our traditional institution occupies an important position in the governance structure of our state. Just about 2 months ago, a new chairman of Ekiti State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Majesty Oba Samuel Adejimi Alagbado, the Oga of Ikere Ekiti, was inaugurated after the expiration of the tenure of the immediate past chair, His Royal Majesty Oba Ayorinde Ilori Fabora, the Olojudo of Ido Ekiti. In the last 1 year, we have significantly improved on the welfare of our traditional rulers through a special arrangement that has greatly enhanced their monthly take-home. We have also improved their transportation and city allowance by about 500%. We are committed to our promise to them, as we deeply appreciate the measurable roles they play in community development, social mobilization, stability of the society, security response, and as custodian of our socio-cultural heritage. The state also responded to cases of natural disaster that affected our people in the course of the year. So far, the sum of close to 100 million has been paid to victims of fire and other disasters. Government also approved 150 million to purchase relief materials for the victims of rainstorm disaster. In the year under review, many boundary disputes with potential for violent conflict were resolved amicably through the timely intervention by Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor's Office. Boundary disputes between Ekpa Ekiti and Osan Ekiti, and between Ekpa Ekiti and Iro Ekiti in Mamba local government were resolved. Similarly, the Ilawege, the boundary dispute, has also been amicably resolved. Efforts are going on to resolve interstate boundary disputes between us and our neighbors in Ondo, Kwara, Kogi, and Osun. Human capital development. Education is the bedrock of all development and the leading factor in human capital development. So, we have always given a priority attention to education development. We just finished a merit-based recruitment and posting of about 1,800 teaching and non-teaching staff into our secondary school to ensure some of the hard-to-reach places are served. In order to increase access to secondary school and maintain healthy teacher-pupil ratio in our school, we have completed the building of the Kere Model School. And I've also told the Honorable Commissioner for Information that that school is going to be named after Right Honorable Fumini Yafuye. And I expect that to be effected immediately. Why the one in Ayedun is nearing completion? We have paid the 2024 counterpart fund to the Universal Basic Education Commission to the tune of 3.5 billion, which has led to the release of funds for innovation of classrooms, construction of fences, construction of toilets, and supply of furniture and instructional materials where necessary in our primary school. contractors are being mobilized to site as we speak. The Agile project has greatly assisted our schools in meeting some of our most pressing needs. Many classrooms have been rehabilitated across the state, just as many school fencing projects have been completed. Many of our schools have also been provided with computers, ICT equipment, with solar inverter facility to ensure regular power supply. Apart from Agile and IDs project, the state spent additional sum of 1.5 billion on various emergencies renovations and rehabilitation works in public schools through the Bureau of Special Projects. We remain committed to the payment of the examination fees for our final year students in secondary schools. For the 2025 exams, we paid the sum of 652.798 million for the West Africa School Certificate examination fee for 17,859 students, and that wrote the 2022 WAEC. We paid another 25 million for NAPTEP exams for 800 students of technical colleges, while the states incur the sum of 250 million to conduct basic education examination, certificate, and unified promotion exams. Similarly, government has spent the sum of 994 million as running grants to our primary and secondary school for 2024-2025 academic session. We also remain committed to giving bursaries and scholarships to our indigenous in tertiary institutions of higher learning. In the last 1 year, we gave 57 million to 380 law students and bursary to those in law schools. And I have directed the Commissioner for Information that as from next year, the 150,000 for law school is very small. It has to be increased. In addition, 1,502 students of Ekiti origin in various tertiary institutions were given scholarship awards totaling 120 million, and another 3.8 to physically challenged persons. So far, a sum of 6.2 billion has been released as subvention to the higher institutions of learning in the state. Government has also paid on compassionate grants 2.8 million as financial assistance to some 15 vulnerable girls to complete their education. Similarly, we are currently processing bursaries and scholarship payment for 2023-2024 academic session to postgraduate students of Ekiti origin. To redefine the core mission of the College of Earth Science and Technology Ijero, a bill is currently being considered in this House to elevate the status of the college from a monotechnic to a polytechnic. Just as we are currently carrying out electrification project within the school, we have also completed the e-library project, perimeter fencing, and gatehouse building at Ekiti State Polytechnic, Isha Ekiti. Special schools. Our special schools at Ido, Ikere, and Ikoro Ekiti have received a great deal of attention as we have renovated the dilapidated infrastructure in the schools, increased supply of consumables, employed specialized teachers, and provided them with school buses. Another major achievement is the establishment of Ekiti State Therapy Center at Okeoriomi, Ado Ekiti. The facility was donated by the Premium Trust Bank as a CSR project. The center provides children with critical disabilities, special therapies, and services. Similarly, as part of our commitment to inclusivity, the first inclusive school in Ekiti was recently launched. The school was built and donated by Mr. Akin-Oyebode. The school provides students with special needs to be able to learn together in an interactive manner in a very conducive, inclusive, and convenient environment. Digital skills and youth development. As part of our strategy to promote and accelerate digital education and skill amongst our youth, we organized the 2024 STEAM Boot Camp, which drew participants numbering 250 from across the 16 local government areas. The training introduced participants to hands-on learning in robotics, in coding, renewable energy, and digital creativity. Similarly, we organized the 2024 Ekiti Innovation Summit Team, Digital Transformation for Inclusive Growth. The summit had 700 participants, which included innovators, researchers, policy experts, and investors. The summit provided avenue for government, academia, and the private sector to meet for collaboration. We also facilitated the training of 2,000 youths in advanced digital skills, including cybersecurity, software development, artificial intelligence, data analytics, and blockchain technology through the Ekiti Digital Academy in Ado Ekiti, in partnership with Microsoft, Google, and Cisco. Furthermore, we launched a robotic education program which included 400 students across selected public and private schools. The initiatives introduced participants to basic programming, robotic design, fostering early exposure to artificial intelligence and engineering concepts. We have continued to strengthen the operations of the Ekiti Innovation Hub, Ekiti Startup Garage, which hosts startups and innovators working on technology-driven solutions in agriculture, in healthcare, and in education. We are committed to transforming the state into a knowledge-based and innovation-driven economy. And as we speak, an innovation hub is being built basically for this purpose in the state. Health and Human Services. The health sector has recorded remarkable progress and received substantial support under our administration. Access to quality health care has expanded through infrastructure upgrade, hospital re-equipping, recruitment of health workers, and a notable slowdown in the emigration of health professionals. Through our Ulirawa initiatives, every resident of the state now enjoys an explicit and guaranteed package of essential services free at the point of care. The benefit package covers maternal, child, malaria, family planning, and other core primary health care services. As of September 2025, Ulirawa has delivered 778,460 free health services, including 10,935 safe deliveries, 104,278 antenatal visits, 200,369 immunized children, 359,000.5 malaria cases treated, 40.784 family planning services, and 62,593 other essential interventions. These outcomes underscore Ulirawa's transformative impact in reducing financial barriers, improving maternal and child health outcomes, and strengthening primary health care system statewide. The state has also been able to conduct 738,381 free malaria rapid diagnosis tests and has given out a total of 591,489 free doses of anti-malaria medication to those who tested positive, while also giving 116,063 pregnant women sulfadoxine XP malaria preventive medication in the period under review. Under the state malaria elimination program, the Sexual Assault and Referral Center has been upgraded with the addition of a center now open at the General Hospital, Oye Ekiti. There has been provision of essential drugs and consumables at the center. The medical bills in kiosks were also settled. Just before I came here, I just declared open the drug management revolving warehouse at Exos. That facility will allow pharmacies and drugstores to buy quality medicine, controlled price, so it's going to put an end to the era of fake drugs across the state. Consistent with our shared prosperity mandate, the administration has improved the welfare and working conditions of health workers across all levels. We approved the revised salary structure, hazard allowance, and other benefits. We have significantly reduced the exodus of health professionals. Additionally, we engaged 100 health workers for our primary health care and 150 for secondary facilities. Our teaching hospital received enhanced subvention, stabilizing its operations, and we have paid the medical residency training fund to resident doctors. In infrastructure, we are completing the revitalization of 103 primary health care centers across the state, and as we renovate, we also equipped with consumables and with infrastructures, while 9 general hospitals have been fully renovated and equipped. All the 9 will be commissioned as part of the activities, of authority activities. At the teaching hospital, we have completed the renovation of key wards, including the children's wards, and are constructing an 80-bed multipurpose building that will substantially enhance service delivery upon completion. Furthermore, our administration secured a federal government approval to upgrade the special hospital in Ikole to a federal medical center, a strong validation of our commitment to advancing healthcare supported by national and international partners. We have also approved the establishment of 3 government hospitals in Awo, Ipao, and Ikogosi Ekiti. Our collective efforts are already yielding measurable results with progressive improvement in health outcomes and reduced mortality rates, particularly amongst children and pregnant women, as reflected in the recent National Demographic and Health Survey and other routine data sources. Social welfare and women empowerment. As a state, we are reputed for our social inclusion, gender protection, and empowerment for the vulnerable. Our government has remained committed to this. We are currently participating in the World Bank-assisted Nigeria for Women project Scale Up, having duly fulfilled all requisite conditions, including the payment of the government counterpart cash contribution. Through this timely compliance and unwavering commitment, Ekiti State has distinguished itself as one of the leading participant states in implementing the project. The program aims to enhance the economic empowerment of the unbanked and grassroots women. Sensitization of the program is ongoing in 3 pilot local government areas of Efon, Mamba, Ayekire, Gbanyin. In line with our commitment to women development initiative, we sponsored about 7,000 women across the state to participate in the 2025 International Women's Day celebration. The event provided an avenue to reach out to families as all participants received food items to support household needs. In addition, 100 multiple birth mothers were given financial assistance to ease the burden of caring for multiple children. Furthermore, through the Adire Ekiti hubs funded by the First Lady, 5,000 women and adolescent girls from various local governments were trained in the heart of Adire, making and supported with startup kits to enhance their economic independence. In alignment with the administration's shared prosperity agenda and its commitment to building an inclusive, compassionate, and family-friendly society, the state government continues to provide comprehensive care and support for vulnerable groups, including survivors of GBV, the transit home for abused women and guest referral center, protection and rehabilitation to 110 survivors during the year, with educational and psychological support extended to affected schoolgirls. The Erelu Adebayo Children's Home Nursery and Primary School in Iyi was renovated to create a more conducive learning environment for the children. Furthermore, the First Lady's Wow Foundation sustained its impactful intervention by providing educational, financial, and material assistance to children from indigent families through its back-to-school programs, while also awarding scholarship to 50 orphans from primary to secondary school level. For the vulnerable persons, numerous targeted interventions have been implemented to support the welfare and well-being of individuals with disabilities. Over 400 out-of-school children have been assessed and placed in suitable educational settings and therapy centers. There is an ongoing statewide identification process for children with disabilities in all schools in Ekiti, aimed at creating an effective support register for all students who require assistance. In addition to educational support, financial aids have been provided to approximately 60 individuals with disabilities to bolster their entrepreneurial effort. Resettlement grants have also been awarded to graduates of Nigeria Farm Craft Centers in Oshodi, Lagos. In addition, we understand that some of the physically challenged persons have unique health needs. We have made effort to attend to such persons. Therefore, we have carried out hearing assessment for 80 individuals with hearing aids provided to those with mild, moderate hearing loss. The inaugural mental health training and screening for women with disabilities in Ekiti State highlight a holistic approach to addressing various aspects of the well-being and promoting awareness within the community. The government also provided tactical support for the prosthetics camp facilitated by Honorable Akin Rotimi and the Office of the First Lady. This program benefited 131 people. We also intervened in sponsoring some specialized medical intervention, surgery, for 5 persons with critical disabilities. Similarly, we provided assistive devices, including 50 clutches, 150 weight chairs, 10 hearing aids, and 200 cane guides for persons with disabilities within the year under review. In order to maintain agenda policies and law, government has continued to create awareness and organize training workshops for traditional rulers, local government officials, women groups, religious leaders, amongst others. Agric and rural development. Agriculture remains a vital sector in our shared prosperity agenda. Apart from being a major source of employment to millions of our people, it is also the second sector with the highest contribution to our GDP. More importantly, food security is human security, as it is said that a hungry man is an angry man. Our policies are geared at massive cluster farming, food prices reduction, harvest wastages elimination, and bringing raw energy, innovation, and modern agricultural practices to farming. As a result, we have deliberately come up with incentives to bring the youth back to agriculture. To achieve large-scale farming, our administration has been able to clear up to 5,000 hectares of land for youths, communities, individual farmers, and cooperatives for intensive agricultural production. The 50% subsidized tractorization scheme has impacted more than 6,000 hectares of land in plowing, harrowing, and ridging. The government has also built dormitories in 5 farm settlements locations, Iyemero, Ikere, Ado, Ekporo, and Aramoko, out of the 12 farm settlements created for the youth in Agri project. The dormitories are solar-powered and fully furnished with all necessary items. About 500 agro-marshal, Amatekums, and anti-grazing management marshals were recently recruited to complement the regular security outfits in ensuring securities of lives and properties at the farmstead. Modular solar power irrigation systems are presently being constructed and installed at Emure, Ikere, Ado, and Aramoko. As part of efforts to increase yield and better harvest, 11,888 liters of agrochemicals and 3,300 bags of fertilizer were distributed to 3,996 farmers, respectively, this year. Presently, about 5,000 youths are engaged in agric, which are divided into 4,765 of youths in crop production under the Bring Back Our Youths to Agric, 126 youth under the Ekiti broiler production scheme, where 160,000 beds have been raised from the DOC to table size since inception in 2023. In under development, 75 youths are presently engaged under the Ekiti Youth in Urban Farming, Horticultural Production, and 25 youths in fishery production. The World Bank, through the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Scheme, LPRES, has awarded the contract for the construction of 20,000 poultry pen capacity in each central district, cattle markets in Ado and Omo, poultry processing plants, and a dual-purpose modern abattoir. This will create additional jobs opportunity for youths across the livestock value chain. Just yesterday, the commissioner was sharing with me that our children in the broiler scheme cumulatively made a profit of 70-something million, And the more we scale up, so what they do, they have a community society, they will share some, we invest some back into the business. Yeah. For the first time, Ekiti State had the lowest food inflation figure for the month of August 2025, according to MBS. This is a result of investment made by the government into the sector, and most recently, the setting up of the state-owned enterprise named Ilueye Aggregation and Training Company Limited, and Onje Ekiti Retail Outlet. Our objective is to make food accessible, available, and affordable to every Ekiti citizen. At present, we are retailing gari, beans, rice that are produced in Ekiti to the citizens. An arrangement are in place to open the outlet soon in Ido, in Ikere and Ikere Ekiti, before extending it to other local government headquarters in 2026. To ease the movement of agricultural products from the farm gates to the market, the state has constructed and rehabilitated 161 kilometers of rural roads and 101 culverts, mini bridges across the state through Fadama and through RAMP. Through our Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project, RAMP, the following roads are being constructed and at their different stages of completion. 1, NOD Junction to Itaiku, Girigiri, that is Nado, Omission Jana to Benfolani to Okwaso, the Kogosi, Abaoshun, Abaorikuta. Number 4, Oye Are Road. 5, Afolu, Odofin Road. 6, Irimakwe, Irare, Ikosun Road. 7, Ilupeju, Ibuegan 1, Ayedo Road. 8, Ise, Imala Road. 9, Iye, Ishapa, Olokomeji, Ikun Road. 10, Ijero, Epe, Araromi. 11, Ido, Ipere, Iludun. 12, Afolu, Odofin. 13, FMS Farms, Okeaku. 14, Ara, Ekameta Road. 15, Agbado, Ipole and Ise Road. And 16, Abekoko, Ijaribin Road. Another phase of the project is expected to commence once the rain stops. Infrastructure and industrialization. Infrastructure development has been a major focus of our administration from day one. I'm glad to report that we have made some progress in this respect. We have pursued an aggressive infrastructural development across power, transportation, and urban development. We appreciate the reality, power infrastructure. We appreciate the reality that without the availability of power infrastructure, there can be no sustainable private sector business that can generate employment. It is for these reasons that we have made huge investment in electricity infrastructure a priority. Apart from reconnecting of many communities which have been without electricity for nearly 15 years to the national grid, we have also invested in independent power project which is powering critical government buildings, thus paving the way for the daily megawatt supply from the DISCO to electricity consumers to increase. As part of efforts to resolve the long challenge of electricity regulation and fair business deal, we established the Ekiti State Electricity Regulatory Bureau, which is charged with the responsibility of regulating the power sector in Ekiti across the streams. Through this, there's an ongoing massive house metering scheme which our government is driving. We negotiated affordable meters and licensed some meter providers to supply communities. This has significantly helped to reduce the issue of overbilling, energy theft, and waste, in addition to thousands of houses being metered. In anticipation of the energy need of the state to support the upsurge of investment present in the state, we are currently undertaking expansion project in electricity transmission infrastructure. This is part of the effort to ensure the state has better capacity to receive more supply from the Transmission Company of Nigeria. We are currently working in conjunction with Sustainable Power and Irrigation in Nigeria SPIN in constructing a 60 MVA transmission stations in Ikere, Ijesha-Ashu, and Ilupeju Ekiti respectively. To ensure prompt delivery of the project, we have paid compensation to those affected by the right of way. Though this is a federal government project, but the state has a duty to pay compensation. And I know that we have paid more than 400 million as compensations to those whose farmlands will be affected. Additionally, work is ongoing on the expansion of the 132 kVA lines to enhance system capacity for the transmission and distribution of power in Ekiti State. One of the challenges facing power supply is the issue of lack of transformer. So far, we have responded to requests for transformers from communities. I want to assure all communities who have made similar requests that we soon attend to theirs. I also thank our members of National Assembly who have also assisted their constituents in this regard. Transportation infrastructure. Ekiti has the disadvantage of being landlocked, and as a result cannot take the benefit of coastal economy. We are, however, convinced that any state that will make any impact in the future must be connected to international markets. More importantly, for the agri industry to connect with the right market internationally, we need to have an airport that could facilitate trade and drive our tourism potential. Similarly, our administration is currently working on over 200 kilometers of roads, both rural and urban, across the different local governments. Many of the roads have been completed and will be commissioned in the course of our third year anniversary, and many are at different stages of completion. Some of the roads that have been completed in the last 1 year include the Ekiti Ring Road, which will be commissioned next week by the grace of God. The Ikere-Igbara Road has been completed, will be commissioned also. Ikere-Ilawa Road completed, will be commissioned also. We have completely rehabilitated Ikere-Ise Road, and we have also awarded its extension to Emure and to Eporo Junction. Isimbode Araikole Road completed, will be commissioned soon. Itakpa Ijelu Road will be commissioned on Saturday by the grace of God. Ikogosi Igbara Road completed, will be commissioned. We have also done the Ilawe Edgina Link Road. The Taurel Kimesi Road completed, also will be commissioned. We have also rehabilitated critical road infrastructure, such as the Ado-Ifaki Road, and we have provided it with major street lights from Ado. Furthermore, the following projects were also awarded in the year under review: the construction of the Bofas Spotless Hotel Road, Ado Ekiti, the construction of GRA Third Extension Road Phase 2, rehabilitation of 30 kilometers of Okeayedun Ipa Okeako Road is ongoing. Ikogo Township Road is ongoing. Rehabilitation of 13.27 Itareko Mercy Road completed. Rehabilitations of the 3.9 Alanaka Road therefore ongoing. Constructions of internal roads in general is ongoing. Then rehabilitations of Ilawe Igbarado Ibuji Road is ongoing. Then rehabilitations of 13.2 Emure Eporo Ondo State Boundary Road. Then rehabilitation of 19 kilometer Itaido Ile to Kemesi Road. And we have also awarded the rehabilitation of the 70 kilometer Ikogosi, Ipele Iloro Efon to Osun border. The Ekiti Agro-Ala International Cargo Airport recently received approval for scheduled flights effective from October 4, 2025. And I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all of us for this achievement. This approval follows an initial 9 months of non-scheduled approval to cater for chartered flights, which is the aviation industry best practice to allow new airports to test their procedures and systems before commencement of more demanding general passenger flights. In this regard, we are partnering with a commercial airline to be unveiled soon to commence flights to from Ado, Abuja, and Lagos in the first instance. Other airlines will join this route, and others to be developed as time goes on and as demand dictates. And they are working out the agreement. They've given a date here, but I don't want to announce the date. I want them to finish what they are doing. In this regard, we are partnering. Okay. This airport approval is indeed a major achievement for Ekiti State, and it has already opened up a wide range of opportunities for the state and its indigents, and there are prospects for increased benefit. On job creation, the airport management team engaged by the state recently gave direct employment to over 130 indigents to man various positions at the airports. Some of these personnel have received various levels of aviation special training to position them for service delivery. There are prospects and potentials for more direct and indirect aviation and aviation-related jobs opportunity from the airlines, aviation fuel company, tourism, transportation, hospitality, and other businesses to be established in the airport environment. On the economy, the airport will boost agribusiness, tourism development, and commercial activities. It is poised to become a strategic revenue driver by unlocking new streams of income through innovation and the education economy, which Ekiti State is known for as mainstay of the state economy. Indeed, through careful planning and development of hitherto unestablished flight routes, we are looking at the future of Ekiti becoming a second regional hub in the southwest. To enhance this prospect, we have paid for the installation of instrument landing system at the airport to foster the possibility of a 24-hour flight operation and for all weather conditions. We are hopeful that by the end of November, because you have to pay, they have to come and do the measurement, it has to be manufactured, so they gave us November ending for the installation. And once we have that, flights can come in at extreme weather and night flights. Finally, I urge Ekiti citizens to embrace the airport as their own, take good care of the facility provided when opportune to utilize them, and think outside the box to be able to key into the opportunities that provided by the airport infrastructures. Sports infrastructure. These administrations appreciate the importance of sports in the overall well-being of the populace, and especially as major source of empowerment for talented young people. We are currently undertaking a comprehensive rehabilitation of the Oluyemika Ode Stadium. When completed, the stadium will be one of the best in the Federation. Similarly, as part of our efforts to diversify sporting opportunities and to encourage recreational sport for body fitness, we are currently building a massive state-of-the-art Ekiti Indoor Sport Hall, which will be one of the best in the country when completed. Environment, water, sanitation, and waste management. As an administration in tune with international best practices and aligning local needs with global commitments, we have demonstrated a keen interest in environmental sustainability and combating climate change. To this end, we have undertaken dredging and desiltation activities to mitigate the impact of flooding. And you will recall, honorable members, that we have not had flooding in the last 3 years. The channeling of waterways, dredging of rivers across all the local government areas, and desiltations of culverts and channels have contributed to the absence of flooding and overflows that usually confront our state during every rainy season. We are also achieving remarkable progress in water supply and sanitation, leading to Ekiti recognition as one of the best performing states in the Soil Watch program. In the course of the year, we constructed, upgraded, and rehabilitated 122 water and sanitation hygiene facilities in schools and health centers across the state. Similarly, we constructed and rehabilitated 131 boreholes across the states. Notably, we have awarded the contract for the construction of 3 mini water schemes: Oduoja Water Supply in Ikere, Ekiti, Inyi Ekiti Water Supply Scheme, and the Virginia Kogosi Water Supply Scheme. Efforts are ongoing to restore water supply to Erodan and Ikun Ekiti, while the federal government is currently undertaking a study of the Takwaji Dam. We are combating illegal deforestation and logging that depletes the state's forest cover and contribute to climate change. As part of the efforts to increase forest surveillance, we currently employed and deployed more forest guards into the forest. In our efforts to make hygiene and clean water available, in the rural areas. You will recall that this assembly passed the Ekiti State Water Sanitation and Regulatory Agency law last year. The establishment of the agency has brought about improvement in the institutional capacity to regulate the sector. We have also established a state-of-the-art drilling water quality laboratory in Nado-Ekiti and procured 10 modern testing equipment, kits, and consumables. Within the year, 107 water quality tests have been conducted on 242 water service providers. This is made possible because of the institutional framework, equipment, and technical capacity that we have facilitated. So the beauty of this is those that have pure water factories, you can test the quality of water they are producing. To strengthen our water collection capacity and in recognition of the importance of effectively managing waste, its environmental factors, and its effect on the health of the citizen in the state, we have procured 6 brand new Sino-truck vehicles and 60 fabricated dyno bins to improve waste collection and disposal in the state. In addition to this, motorcycles were purchased for monitoring exercises. Also, 2,000 wheeling bins have been purchased and distributed across the residents of Ekiti State. For more effective waste collection, we have increased the participation of the private sector partner from 4 to 15, which has helped to increase service delivery. We have also effected about 400% increase in the salary of road sweeper from 6,000. Initially it was 6,000. We moved it to 12,000. Now they are doing 35,000. And the desire is actually to match it with the minimum wage, but gradually we will get there. Monthly, in a bid to enhance their productivity, the sweepers were also equipped with personal protective equipment and working tools, such as caution cones, reflective jackets, nose masks, hand gloves, brooms, and packers. There has also been regular provision of palliatives for the sweeper. Art, culture, and tourism. For us, arts and culture are big economic spheres that we can leverage to create jobs, income, and generate revenue. Therefore, our disposition is to promote our culture and arts for economic benefit to the people and government. It is for these reasons that we transformed the Ekiti Cultural Troupe to Ekiti State Performing Arts Company, which has been a source of revenue generation to the government, and the company has also done well in representing Nigeria in national and international arts and cultural events. I'm excited to announce to you that Ekiti is set to unlock the enormous creative potential of its young and talented population as it launches the $15 million Ekiti State Creative Impact Fund in partnership with Circles, a leading Africa content distribution platform. This will train and empower tens of thousands of Ekiti youths, create over 250,000 direct and indirect jobs, add enormous values to our GDP, and put Ekiti stories and culture on the global map. It is a new dawn for the creative sector in Ekiti State. In the last 1 year, we have hosted the Ekiti State Festival of Art and Culture, which provided our people in the art, culture, and tourism sector to display their talent and craft and created economic opportunities for thousands of our people. In the meantime, we have created an art endowment fund, which is accessible to our arts and culture practitioners to leverage on and increase their capacity to expand their trade. The fund is given out as a form of loan with a single-digit interest. This is a great creative solution to help many talented persons who could not secure the necessary financial capability that is required to fund their craft. So the way it works is, if you have a very good craft, you have something you want to do, you don't have access to money. Instead of going to the bank, there is this fund in the ministry. They look at your proposal. If it's bankable, they will advance through that fund. So this has been assisting local artists. We are also committed to create an art and cultural ecosystem in the state We are currently building the International Center for Arts and Culture in Ado-Ekiti. And I will just plead with other members that once we are going to Agilosun, go to the waterworks and see the wonders that is happening there. When completed, it will have a theater, a museum, art gallery, multipurpose hall, space for performing arts, visual arts, a craft sections, and a small market to sell arts products. It will provide avenue for artists to practice and to market their trade. And they also, they have like 40 rooms facility. So you can have an in-house program there for artists. So we are also committed to the promotion of Ekiti as a preferred destination for tourism. We have continued to seize every opportunity to market the tourism potential of the state through visualization marketing of a popular festival, historical sites, and tourist centers. It is a hope that our investment in roads and aviation infrastructure will further help in driving tourists to Ekiti State in no distant time. Conclusion. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude this address, I want to assure you that we remain committed to our social contract with Ekiti people. We are in a hurry to ensure an earlier realization of our dreams of rapid economic prosperity of Ekiti for all. Even though we acknowledge the socio-economic difficulties that we collectively face as a people at this time, we do our best to continue to fulfill our aspiration. I also want to thank the leadership and members of the legislature, the judiciary, for steering the other arms of government in the direction of peace, progress, justice for their state. I also express my gratitude to the members of National Assembly under the leadership of the Senator Opeyemi Bamidele for being worthy partners in the Ekiti project. To Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on behalf of the government and the people of Ekiti State, I once again express my profound gratitude and appreciation for your very strong support to our administration. I would like to thank our leaders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, organized labor, our senior citizens, opinion leaders, leaders of thought, and respected political leaders for their sound advice, guidance, wise interventions from time to time. To my party, the APC, and our leaders, thank you for this platform of service. You have afforded me, and for your steady guidance toward the fulfillment of our party's progressive vision for their state. And let me use this opportunity to once again appeal to the members of my party that as we move towards the governorship primaries, there's no winner, there's no loser. It's democracy that has won. We must extend hand of fellowships to everybody. As far as I'm concerned, every right-thinking human being, we know that there's no offense in aspiration. Anybody can be ambitious. At the same time, everybody that is constitutionally qualified can aspire to the governorship seat of Ekiti State. So it's not an offense to aspire. I want us to extend hand of fellowship to everybody. As far as I'm concerned, I bear no grudge against anybody. And I plead with our honorable members as leaders to carry this message to our followers. There's no winner, there's no loser. We are all one. The contestation for the governorship of Ekiti State happened within the same political family. We are just one family. And by the time everything is concluded, I will lead the team to go and meet those that have shown interest. I bear no grudge against anybody. Because after the primaries, there is general election. And we need to march with general elections as a united family. And I plead with our honorable members as leaders too, don't bear grudges against anybody. Power is not served a la carte. You have to fight for it. But it's only God that gives power. And once God gives it, let us just embrace peace and move on. Finally,
Order.
Mr. Speaker, finally, I'd like to express my profound gratitude to my darling wife, and my children for their perseverance and for your support. Thank you so much that I have to take you on this very rough journey. Thank you for your support and for your understanding. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the members of the Executive Council, all of you, both former, present, and future, and everyone that is serving with me, all political appointees, local government chairmen, members of board, of parastatals, our political leaders, former governors, on behalf of the team that I lead, I say thank you. God bless you. So, our Royal Father Kabesi, I'm extremely grateful to all of you for your support and for your prayers. Thank you so much. To my distinguished honorable members, God bless you. Mr. Speaker, you have done well. All those things that we have read out, without the legal framework of your laws that will pass speedily, we will not be able to do anything. And I'm sure there's no member of APC today that will not be proud of what we have done within the last 1 year. All those things I've read out are things we have done within the last 1 year. Thank you so much. And to the headship of the judiciary, my lords, the CJ, the PCA, I'm extremely grateful. To my friends in cabinet, God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. May I thank all of you for your sacrifices and patriotic service to our dear state. May it continue to prosper. Amen. Thank you. God bless you.
Order.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please call yourself to order.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, please. Well, Your Excellency, I am to make a remark. My remark is simple today. This is just my remarks. My remarks, in the legal parlance, they will say, Res ipsa loquitur.
Please, people
Fact
at the back,
speaks for
order,
itself. What we have heard from Mr. Governor, fact actually speaks for itself. It's on that note, I will, as a mark of honor and respect, I want to call on members of this house. I know it is not our practice when we are on this Allo chamber, but please, as a mark of honor and respect, particularly for this State of the State address delivered by Mr. Governor, let every member of this house rise as a mark of honor and respect for Mr. Governor. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. You may now sit. Honorable Bumi Orinowo, thank you. The party at the national level, Your Excellency, I don't have any other party, so I won't want anybody to go to the national and go and report me. I don't want to be suspended from this party, so I recognize you, ma. I also recognize the head of institution who are here. I can see the Vixie Exu. You are welcome. Please, at this juncture, because of our time, I will call on Honorable Teju Okuyiga to do the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Adeteju Okuiga. I represent Boeing constituency. Right Honorable Speaker, this afternoon, with heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Ekiti State people and my colleagues here, we say thank you to Mr. Governor. I especially want to thank you for this insightful State of the State address that you've just rendered. This, as you have, I want to thank you, for comprehensively taking us along with your address.
Sorry, please. I think people should know that where in this chamber, when someone is speaking, other has to be silent. Please maintain decorum. Please go ahead.
Okay. The review of the state progress, the challenges, and the plan for the future. This has given us a renewed hope and a promise for the future that Ekiti State will continue to be great. Your Excellency, I thank you for 3 years of impactful leadership, for your vision, for being you, for being a responsive and a responsible governor. We thank you. We thank your team for doing a great job in Ekiti. And I want to say that on behalf of the 7th Assembly, I want to reiterate that we are in your support. We are collaborating with you to take Ekiti to a greater height. Your Excellency, I want to say a word of 2 prayers, that you will not falter, that you will not fall. And I want to say thank you for everyone that has come to be here to witness this occasion, especially our royal fathers. Kábíyèsí o, kádé pẹ́ lórí, kí bàtà ó pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, ẹ kó wa jẹ̀pẹ́ o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, ẹ jẹ ju àwọn ará wájú lọ o. Ìgbà á san yín o. And to the people of Ekiti State, our constituents, and everybody that have deemed it fit to come here this afternoon, we say thank you for coming. Thank you for making this occasion a memorable one. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tẹ́ wá láti àwọn ìlú wa tí ń ṣe Adó nìkan, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, ẹ ṣé o. Ẹ káàbọ̀, adúpẹ́ pẹ́ wá. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, ẹ padà délé láyọ̀ o. Àrìnà kóyéré o. Àkòyà ibi lágbára Ọlọ́run.
The order of the house actually allows that. Please go ahead.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Teju Eyitayo Okuiga. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. I must say thank you to everyone, particularly my colleagues, starting with the Right Honorable Bolaji Egbeyemi, the Deputy Egbeyemi Olagbaju, the Deputy Speaker of Ekiti State House of Assembly, to all members of the House. Thank you for your commitment. You have listened to Mr. Governor. And may I also say this to all MDAs, commissioners, and local government chairmen. Mr. Governor has come here to render his account of stewardship. You can understand, if we invite you, who are you, not to come before the House, to also render your account of stewardship. Mr. Governor has led by example. He has shown you the way to go. And I think all of you should know that when we call on you, it's in fulfillment of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I greet everyone. I must, at this juncture, also recognize former clerks who are here, most especially Mr. Tolaison, that I will use, like my governor will say, a point of contact to the rest of you that might be here, all other honorable members. Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, the Deputy Governor, wife of the Governor, all our CJ, Judiciary, Executive Member, SS, everybody, I say thank you. I think will be the end of this sitting plenary session. But don't let me forget our royal fathers. Thank you for your patience since morning. I appreciate you for coming. You are a leader indeed. I will respect you. Kabiyesi Ewe of Ado, yes. I know that starting from 20th, if I'm correct, of November, the activities to commemorate your 35th year on the throne and your 80th birthday will commence. And let me use this medium to also help His Royal Majesty to make announcement to the world. I will come back to, because if it were to be MCs, they will come back and, I don't know, those people, they don't fear. They will go and meet Kabiyesi to collect money. But I'm not asking for anything from Kabiyesi. But please note that Kabiyesi will be 35 years on the throne. And I know there are activities lined up. I must use that. I recognize all our Kabiyesi, Ogoga Ofikere, Owafo Dayedun, Olufake Ofifaki, Ologoto Fogotun. I greet you all. Our camp chairman and the chief imam. I greet all of you. Thank you, Salah, everybody. Now I call on the leader of the house to take the next thing on the item. And I know this time is item 6, not item 7.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tolilope Ige. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. And by God's grace, the leader of this House 7th Assembly. Right Honorable Speaker, we have exhausted the items on our order paper for today. And in view of this, I would like to move a motion that this Honorable House adjourns Synodai. I so move.
Well, you have decided to adjourn Synodai, but don't forget, we have the supplementary budget before us. We also have the 2026 budget before the House. We have some bills that the executive has sent to us. The upgrade of College of Health, Ijero, is there before us. Don't forget that there is also a bill on anti-grazing that is also before the House. There are so many bills. So adjourning Synodai could be tomorrow. So I will agree with you that we will adjourn Synodai, but know that the Synodai can be tomorrow. Anytime, we will call on you. Mr. Governor, because we are partners and will continue to partner for progress of Ekiti State. So, and I know that you are committed, dedicated to the service of Ekiti people who has elected you. It's on that note that I ask for any seconder to that motion. You might decide not to leave. Mr. Governor will leave, then I will follow. Yes, this time I call on Honorable Christiana Abimbola Sholanke to second the motion.
Right Honorable Speaker of the 7th Assembly.
Excellency, we know that we are gender balanced. Everything, man, female, we have been doing that.
Yes, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Abimbola Shulanke, member representing Mumba Constituency 1. I rise this afternoon to second the motion as moved by the majority leader or the leader of business, of government business of the 7th.
It's no longer the majority,
yes,
just the leader
of the House. For the adjournment of the House, Senator. Thank you.
You very much. On that motion for adjournment, may I announce that all my colleagues, together with your spouse this time, all your spouses must be with me. So we will meet at the office, and from there, you will get the next directive. But all members, after here, will meet. But don't forget that it's going to be a group photograph with Mr. Governor. I know the governor is heading somewhere. Quickly, we will do that, Your Excellency. And my dear colleague from Benue, I recognize you. Please, I recognize you. You are welcome once again. Thank you for being part of this. I know Kogi was on his way. Your Excellency may have forgotten that was the day we spoke, and that day they said they will come to Ekiti State. Though they wanted to be part of the commissioning, they will still come back, the rest of them, because I asked others to stay back. But since he's already on his way, I couldn't say he should. Yes, of course, Kogi was coming, but I've told him to wait. While Benue is there, although I had to ask him to also make a U-turn. But thank you very much for coming. So on that note, I put the question that those in favor that this House adjourns Synodai, press yes. Those against, press no. No problem. Majority will have their way. Minority will have their say. Past colleagues, well, you have been given assignment by Mr. Governor. Go to where Governor has given you the assignment. Yes. What's going on? I hope hackers has done the vote. Well, if that is not working now, I put the question that those in favor say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. On that note, I arise and the house arise. Thank you.
Hello. Yes. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àparí ètò ìláyọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Excellency wa. Bàbá tó ń tọ́jú Visca ní gbogbo ìgbà. Your Excellency, wọ́n ti bá envelope yẹn dọ́wọ́ wa sà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe. Wọ́n wá mi dókè téńté. Wọ́n gbé fún Visca twins. Thank you. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ti yín rí. Jọ́ tí mo ti ní gómìnà tó ń tọ́jú èèyàn, bàbá ìtọ́jú wa. Your Excellency, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí sà, wọ́n ti bá kínní ọ̀dọ́wọ́ Visca o, Visca twins. Thank you. Speaking speaker, ẹ ṣeun. Your Excellency, thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Bow. Her Excellency náà a kí yín o.